Hey, everybody. So I finally made it on here today. Let me tell you, it's already been kind of a crazy day, but I'm here. My lighting's terrible. We're just gonna go with it, okay? Life's just a little messy right now. So I am going to share with y'all all that I am working on. I have some fun announcements and some fun things I want to share with you. But first of all, let me get my notes up here. I find something new. I should know better by now, but here we are, okay? So let me jump in first and just show y'all what I am working on, okay? You know what? Let me move this light because it's bothering me. So I have to move things around in here so I can fit all of the things that I want to show you. So let me start with a new crochet project that I'm working on, and this one is exciting. Because it is for oh, don't drop the hook, don't drop the hook. It is for my new nephew that will be here in November. Um, Here it is. I'm using Bernat chunky yarn. Is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called. Baby blanket yarn. This is about the only yarn that I use for blankets because I do not have the patience to make worsted weight blankets. So I'm always using bulky weight yarn. And this is the same stitch that I used for my niece's baby's blanket. And I'm loving it. So I'm definitely going to get the pattern written up one of these days. So I started this on, I think, Sunday, and I want to go ahead and get it finished because I am going to Arizona. There goes some fuzz. I'm going to Arizona at the end of this month. And I cannot wait because my other nephew just turned one last month. No, we're still in August, last week. And I cannot wait to get my hands on him. I have not seen him since he was like 2 months old, and he is so stinking cute. So I can't wait to get out there and just like play with him and love on him and all of those things. So in my head, I was like, oh, I have till November to do that baby blanket. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, no, I don't, because I want to take it with me when I go. So that got me in gear. But I made really good progress and I haven't really worked on it much since Sunday. I think I worked on it a little bit. What is today? On Monday. Um, so that is my new crochet whip. And now y'all are not going to be surprised by this, but let me show you socks. So remember the 9-inch circulars? Okay. The verdict is in. I love them. I really, really love them. Um, but this is my problem. I ran out of yarn. I lost it, Yarn Chicken. And I am just about to. Am I telling a story? Hang on. I'm not telling a story about the Yarn Chicken. I clearly lost. I am not far at all from the toe decrease. So I can't decide what I should do. I'm kind of thinking about just seeing if I have some like pink DK weight yarn. This is my problem. I kept worsted weight yarn for the longest time. And then I was like obsessed with sock weight yarn. So I really don't have a whole lot of DK weight yarn. So I don't know what to do. I may just see if I can find some minis and just like dye up a quick DK weight mini and just finish it out from there. I also thought about I also thought about just frogging this because this yarn would be really pretty for some granny squares, and then, being like, "Okay, I decided I like 9-inch circulars," and then just casting on with new yarn. So, let me know what you would do. I don't know. For me, I kind of feel like I'm dedicated at this point. Like, I'm so close to the end that I feel like I probably should, just use another color. And I even have, like, scrap yarn. This could just be a scrappy sock. I mean, I even have yarn left over from previous socks. I don't know why I'm being so picky about it, but I legit finished like, I got this far, Saturday. Um, while I was out on the land with my husband. This is one of the, like, 5,000 whips that I took with me. I was like, "I'm gonna be sitting on a four-wheeler for a couple of hours, and, I'm gonna take all." I had a huge bag with me. I had all kinds of crochet stuff. I had several pairs of knit socks, and this was primarily what I worked on. I worked on some granny squares too. Anyways, let me know what you think I should do about this. I'm not gonna lie, part of me is like, I'll just cast off and it'll just be like a heel warmer. Kidding. Okay, so that is one of my other whips that I'm working on. So I tried fixing I keep calling it my Yarnable sock. It's the same sock pattern that I'm using. I'm just using Yarnable's colorway. I think it's from May. I think it's May's picnic basket or something like that. I've already finished one, and I don't know what I was doing or where I was at, but when I finished the heel flap and I should have started on the heel turn, and I skipped that and just started knitting like I was about to do my gusset stitches. And so I found this really cool reel that was like, "Hey, this is a really quick fix if you need to undo some stitches." I watched the video like one time and I'm like, "Oh, I got that. That looks so easy." And then did it and I'm like, "That wasn't it at all." And I ended up just I was like, at that point, I'm just gonna start completely over. I had confused myself. So I still don't know how to fix knitting errors, issues, but frogging socks and starting back over has turned me into a really fast knitter. There's that. The socks broke me in real good. Um, so that's my other sock, and I promise I only have one more sock. I am trying not to let myself cast on any more socks until I finish um my sock weight sock. Look, I'm just gonna tell y'all. I actually prefer the feel of the sock weight socks. They're a lot lighter. I feel like it's just softer. I love it. But they take forever. And part of the reason they take forever is because I just cast on more DK weight socks. So what can you do? But I think I have to count, and I'm not going to do that with y'all here. Y'all don't want to have to watch me count. It's like this with this tiny yarn. But I'm pretty sure I just finished the heel flap and I'm about to start on the heel turn. So that'll take another 2 years. I'm kidding. Um, yeah. Hopefully I'll have that done soon. All right. I think I only have one more whip to show y'all. Where's it at? And I'm obsessed. I finally got to the point where I added in the third color on the Copland Shawl. Y'all, it is so pretty. And I'm really hoping I have good lighting and it's just my computer. Um, I should have checked these things, but literally it's taken me hours to just get in here and get everything organized for this. So this is the Copland Shawl. And look, I finally added in, you can't really see it that well. Let's see, the gray. Oh, I'm obsessed. It is so pretty. And it's just tiny. It's going to take forever. And let me tell you, I love these wooden needles. They have a swivel cable. So, like, let me not mess it up. Right here, this swivels. Oh my goodness. It is so nice. And I feel like I can knit so fast with these. And I was the type of person that I didn't really like wooden hooks. I guess I just needed some like good wooden hooks, but hooks, needles, you know what I mean. But anyways, I love these. Love this pattern. It's such an easy beginner pattern. And it has a video tutorial. That's why it's kind of my go-to. One of these days, I will step out of my comfort zone and try something else. But for right now, I love this and she makes it really easy to do a fade too. Okay, moving on, moving on. And I've had this bag. I got this bag for Christmas. I don't even know, a couple years ago when I was crocheting, and I liked it, but let me tell you, now that I'm knitting, it like, I get it. I get this bag. It's so nice because it has the dividers where you can put your different yarns in there. And then it has these huge pockets where I can just stick this on the side. But if I'm going somewhere, I still do open it up and shove it inside because I don't want to accidentally like pull it on something. But I love this bag. It's so handy for bigger projects where you have like multiple colors. So I wanted to tell you all about that. Amazon. I love Amazon. Hey, Shonda. So those are all my whips. Um, Besides some grainy squares that I just don't even want to dig out of that basket, but I'll have those finished next week. So I'll show y'all those. So let me jump in and show y'all what I have finished. I'm so excited. I finally found the yarn wrap label for the yarn for these socks. I love this color. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. And the color, remember I kept saying it was like succulent something? It's Signature Succulents. And it's by Lofty Loops Yarn. And it's 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon, which I've heard is like the proper blend for socks. And I do like it. It's really sturdy, but I still like the softness of the 8515. I love it. I've tried several different 75-25 blends and I like them. I think they're great. And they probably, I don't know, I haven't really worn my socks. I just look at them. Um, so I haven't really, like, worn them and done, like, a test to see, okay, well, these actually hold up a little bit longer or whatever, but for me, it's all about enjoying the project and enjoying the end, piece. So, I love the feel of, the 8515 better. I feel like it's just softer. Don't get me wrong, this is still soft. Like, this is still really, really soft. But I don't know. I just love the 85-15 blend. So I really enjoyed these socks because this color, oh my gosh. And I have a ton. Well, I have a good bit left. So now I need to figure out what to make with this little bit of DK weight left. Um, Not gonna lie, part of me was thinking granny squares, but I'm like, my goodness. Okay, so that is my first finished project, and so tickled. I really need to get some more of these sock blockers. I literally like, I will just leave these on here until I finish another set, and then I'll block those. What else do I have for y'all? Um, I think I showed y'all last week the scrappy square that I was gonna go live in my yarn club and do. I did that on Friday, and this is the one I made on Friday. I love this color. So the bad thing about working through my scrap yarn is I want to go back and dye a bunch of my old colorways. I love this one. It's so pretty. So that was fun. I always enjoy going live in the group and chatting with everybody. Um, And I've also finished some granny squares. So working with this colorway transitioned into some granny squares. Y'all, let me tell you what I did. I completely forgot about wanting to make another sassy triangle cowl. So my plan was to swap the colors around. And the other day I was going through my project bags in here and I found the variegated, but I couldn't find the solid color. And then I realized I had found it and put it in my scrap basket. Oh, goodness. So I'm probably going to have to dye some more of that color because I've been using it. Ugh. Oh, goodness. Am I showing you the right sides? Yes. I love it. So this colorway is from like January of 2021's Yarn Club. We did a monochrome month. And then this is one of like a collection that I did. I did like monochrome with a pop of color. So it's kind of fun going back and seeing some of my little scraps that I just couldn't part with. This color right here is like forever old. It's like from 2020. I think I called it plum purple. This one right here in the middle is a little bit of yarn from July's July's Yarn Club. It's called Out of Sight. And then I think I showed y'all these already, but this is my Cathedral colorway, one of my all-time favorites. So those are my granny squares. I love making them. It's just another one of those things to do when your brain is tired. So I'm really having fun with that. I kind of want to find some more versions of the granny square to try. So I may have some new ones next week. Um, so let me show you the last thing that I finished, and it is my Verna cowl. This is my 90s tie-dye that was part of the summer tie-dye collection I just finished. And then this is Purple Passion. So I did make my Verna cowl a little bit shorter because I'm short. So I like my cowls. I don't want my cowls like down below my belly button, like dragging on my britches. So, I did make mine a little shorter, but I love how it turned out. It's just so pretty. I do need to block it, as you can kind of tell. It's a little wonky here. But I will get that blocked. And man, let me tell you, blocking just opens those stitches and just gives it a really nice drape. So I'll be doing that soon. So those are all the projects that I've been working on. Not gonna lie, I have had to stop myself from starting so many more projects, but I have a lot going on right now. My husband started a new job and he loves it. This is his second week. But his schedule keeps changing until he starts his normal shift. So things are just out of whack. And when I don't have a routine, I don't know. I can very easily get overwhelmed. So I think that's part of the reason why I haven't really started any more projects. I'm like, I've got plenty going. So I'm trying to rein myself in, which is really hard to do. But look, I have a good bit of yarn left from my Verna cowl that needs recaking clearly. What do you think I should make with it? Part of me is thinking like an ear warmer. I don't know. Or a hat. I wonder if I have enough left for a hat. I don't know. Let me know what you would make with the scraps. I keep dropping it. Not gonna lie, I did think granny squares, but there's a good bit left that I feel like I need to make something else with because that's some really pretty yarn. And I didn't keep very much for myself, even though I have some in the yarn shop. I think I have some worsted and I think I have sock weight. I don't think I have any more DK weight. So there are some, there's a little bit of yarn. If you can see that middle cubby, that's what I have in the yarn shop right now. And if you buy something, put in the notes section podcast, and I'll throw a free gift in there for you. So there's that. What else is going on? New items. I don't have much in, but Furls Crochet come out with a new hook, and I've had it for a little while, and I've had to like switch out hooks for pictures and stuff because I can't show it, but I can show it now because it's been released. So here it is. It is laurel wood hook. And I feel like my lighting in here isn't doing it justice. But I love it. I recently developed a love for their wooden hooks. It was years ago that I had tried some wooden hooks and I just did not like them, but I recently gave them another try and I really love it. In fact, what did I just do with those granny squares? If you can see these granny squares, see how they're kind of curling in? They really need blocked. Well, I switched to, let me make sure I'm not telling a lie here. No. I switched to this granny square with the wooden hook. It's the same size. This one's a size H. And look at the size difference. I don't know if you can really tell. It's just a little bit of a difference. But my tension's a little bit better with it. I feel like the shape of it, I'm not quite as a tight crocheter. So I will often use these for small projects. But I really love this hook. So if you are a Furls Crochet fan, this is their new wooden streamline hook. And I will be sending out an email to my email list later today, um, telling y'all about that. And there is a 15% off coupon code that I give to people on my email list. So jump on my email list, get the code, and also I will have a link in the description of this video. Um, when you sign up for my email list, you will get this cute country bumpkin mug hug. And I'll have the description, or I'll have the link in the description of this video once I update it after I'm off the live. I absolutely love this mug hug. It's super cute. And I like to get, like, I have some buttons that say Avery Lane Creations, but you can get some really cute decorative buttons on Amazon. And they're fun. They're fun in scrap yarn. I use some of my hand dyed scrap yarn. They're fun in cotton yarns, all the things. So you will get that pattern free if you join my email list. And later you'll get the coupon. I'll be sending out that email. But I wanted to tell you all about that. Those are all the new items that I have in. So let me switch to yarn news. Part of the reason I was late jumping on here today is because I had two big packages delivered to my door, and they are some of the extras for September's Yarn Club and then some upcoming. I order my extras in advance, so I had fun unpacking them and putting a few things aside for me because I gotta check it out, make sure it's good for y'all. So that took a little bit. And then I had to like get all the boxes out of the way and stuff like that because I'm like literally running out of room. So September's Yarn Club, the theme is precious stones, and I'm really excited because September is a special month. It's my birthday month, and that gives me an excuse to do giveaways. I love doing giveaways. In fact, it used to be a big thing in the Yarn Club. We did giveaways every single month, but it was so hard for everybody to keep up with. And so we ended up doing away with the monthly giveaways. And now we just have really good giveaways 3 times a year. So in May, which is the Yarn Club's birthday month, September, which is my birthday month, and then in December, we do like a 12 days of Christmas, which is really fun. So I am organizing all of the giveaways for September. I've got some really good things coming up. And I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but so I shipped out August Yarn Club last week. Some of my Yarn Club members already were receiving them on Monday, which is so exciting. We have a post inside the Yarn Club group where they can post pictures of just their yarn because I do several different colorways each month. So you don't really know what colorway you're going to get. So people can post pictures of just the yarn. You don't want to do the extras. And it's always fun. The excitement just kind of builds until that moment every month. And then people stalk that post and they're trying to figure out how many different colorways they were, trying to guess and see which colorway they got because they haven't gotten their Yarn Club package yet. It really is a lot of fun. So I would love, if you have been interested in joining the Yarn Club, I have opened a few spots for September. The reason why I can only open a few spots at a time is because I pre-order the extra goodies and I don't want to get too many members and then I don't have enough stuff for them. So I have opened up a few spots and I have a few spots left. If you join before tomorrow, or if you join by the 1st, so if you join tomorrow, you'll still get it, but after tomorrow, that's the cutoff. So you will get a free gift with your Yarn Club package, and I have one. I had to have one for me. So just gonna leave that there. I will post links and all the things below in case you want to join in the fun because it really is a lot of fun. It's more than just yarn. Like it's such a great community. I just love all of my Yarn Club members, and I could go on and on and on. So I'm gonna stop. Let me actually get back to my podcast notes. Okay, so I think I showed y'all this colorway last week. I finally got it twisted up, and I have not named it yet. So I need help naming it. This is on my worsted weight. This is sock weight. It is so pretty. And let me show you it on DK weight. I love it. So help me name it, because y'all know I'm terrible with naming colorways. I had a really good idea in my head and I should have wrote it down when it hit me and I didn't. So let me know what you think and let me know what colors. I still have not dyed yarn to pair with that. But I plan on doing that soon. Um, and um, I'm bringing back an old colorway. If you watch my reels or if you follow me on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen all the posts about this. This is my sunflower flannel. This is a colorway from like 2 years ago. I feel like one of my yarn club members like gently pulled me into doing this colorway. I'm kidding. Um, I don't usually dye brown, but I love this colorway. And so I'm really excited to bring this back. And one of my yarn club members bought my fall collection last year and she made an absolute gorgeous blanket with it. And it got me to thinking I probably should do a fall collection this year because everybody seemed to really enjoy that. So I think this is going to be the starter for my fall collection. I think I'm going to do some tonals, maybe a few more variegateds to go with this and have like a sunflower themed fall collection. So let me know what you think. Let me know what colors you would want to see with this. I'm going to show you one of the colors that I think is going to go really well with this. I have learned not to judge colors until they're worked up. But I feel like this is going to be I feel like it's going to be really pretty with that. Of course, I'll have some more colors, but I wanted to go ahead and get the browns out of the way. Yeah, I said it. And I feel like the lighting just isn't doing it justice. Plus, these are not completely dry. I just washed these up this morning. But I feel like that is going to be really pretty together. And I kind of feel like that will go with this too. We'll see. Once it's dry and I get pictures, um, we'll judge then. We'll be judgy then. How about that? So that's coming soon, and I've already had so many people give me some great ideas for colors to go with that. And it's one of those things like I have to wrap my brain around, and it takes me a little while to just think out the colors in my head, and then I get in the yarn room and play. So I'm hoping to do that later today. If not, for sure, I'll be doing it tomorrow. Um, Okay. I think that's all the yarn news. I think already said that the September Yarn Club theme is precious stones. Let me know what colors come to mind when you think precious stones. So I'm on the fence. If I want to take color inspiration from different precious stones and mix them together and make like really pretty variegated colorways, kind of like if you took a bunch of your favorite precious stones and you put them in like a clear bowl or something and had them on display, like that. Or if I want to just do like jade stone and do a colorway kind of with those colors in it, or amethyst or sapphire, because it's my birthday month and it's September. I had an idea to do like different shades of sapphire or something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you're thinking like I am, where it should just be like one color with different like variations of that color, or like a pile of different gemstones. I feel like it's going to be a 3 colorway month. I feel like I have several in my head. Anyways, I need to quit talking before like the next thing you know, I'm telling you all the colors. Um, so that's all that's going on over here. It's just a little crazier than normal. But I'm going with it. Um, Things will settle back down. I'm finally feeling better. Let me tell y'all that vertigo, I cannot believe I went live last week with vertigo. Like, I'm such a mess. I think a lot of it is just allergies and sinuses, and it's just that time of year. And then I went over to our land with my husband on Saturday. He had to bush hog. So I was over there with him, which was not smart. I'm like, I'm basically allergic to air and I'm over here while he's bush hogging. But it was fun. And I really didn't want him on the tractor by himself over there. So I went with him. And it was a good excuse to just take time to kind of sit and relax and knit or crochet. So all right, so I'm going to close with some momentum moments. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I've been struggling lately. Um, so we're not always going to feel motivated. Not always going to feel like doing what we need to do. Um, but sometimes like we need to just press on anyways. Like despite our feelings that I'm just not feeling like dyeing yarn today. I'm just not feeling like going live or I'm just not feeling like working today. But I've learned that I have to like not base things off of my feelings. Like despite my feelings, I'm going to do what needs to get done. Um so if you're just not feeling motivated lately for whatever reason, and you're just like, I just don't feel like doing anything, I'm going to share with you my tips to still get things done when you're not feeling it, when you're just not motivated. Um, when you're just like, sometimes we just have days when we're just all in our feelings and we don't even know why. We don't even know why we're in a bad mood. So I'm going to share with you my tips to still be productive when you're very unmotivated. So I set non-negotiables for each day. I actually do this every month. I do this every week, and then I break things down into daily tasks. So I set non-negotiables for all of those things. And what that means is if my whole world just went crazy and I have every excuse not to get things done, what has to get done? Like if nothing else gets done, these have to get done. So on the days that I'm not motivated and the days I don't feel good, I make sure that I get my non-negotiables done. Now look, this is the thing. Sometimes, we do need to rest. So there is a point where I'm just like, you know what? I can shuffle this until tomorrow. And very rarely, I'm just going to take a day during the week and just be like, you know what? I need to rest. I'm not feeling good. I need to rest. So you have some discernment. Like there's times that I'm like, there's a very valid reason that I need to just rest. And then I also tell myself in my head that, like, if I'm going to rest a day during the week, that means I'm probably going to have to work on the weekend. So sometimes it's like you can beat yourself at your own game. Like, do I really need to rest or am I just not feeling it? You know what I mean? So it's kind of this thing that I do with myself. So the non-negotiables really, really help me because at least I'm getting something done. And then usually once I start tackling those tasks, like that feeling of not feeling it or not being motivated, it goes away. Um, Also, another thing that I do is I'll make deals with myself. Like this very rarely happens, but there's times when I need to dye yarn and I don't feel like it. I'm uninspired. I'm just tired. It's hot. It's whatever the reason. Um, so what I'll do is I'll be like, okay, well, if I don't dye yarn today, at least I'm going to get in there and get everything set up. So in the morning, I can get up and I can dye all the yarn that I need to do. And it'll make me be more productive tomorrow. And I won't feel like I didn't get anything done today. So I'll get in there and I'll get things set up and all of the things. And 9 times out of the 10, if I do that, I'm gonna end up dyeing yarn because it motivates me. I'll get in there with all the colors and, start thinking about the colorways, and I'm like, "Oh," next thing you know, I'm motivated, I'm inspired, all of this. So a lot of times that I'll do that. Or I'll come in my office and I'm not feeling like doing whatever I need to do. And I'll do the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, if you'll go ahead and just like do these few things. And then usually I find my groove and I get way more done than what I thought. So sometimes we just need to trick ourselves. Um, the other thing that I do is I kind of check in with myself. There's times when I'm not feeling motivated or I'm just, ugh. And a lot of the times I have to check in and be like, okay, am I procrastinating? Is there something that I know that I need to do and I'm not doing it? Because let me tell you, there are so many times that procrastination is what's stealing our motivation. It's what's stealing our inspiration. And most of the time, procrastination is because of something we fear. Like if I'm, opening up to new yarn club members and I'm scared to send out an email, I'm scared to do a reel, I'm scared I'm going to come across wrong on social media. So I avoid. Next thing you know, I'm like organizing my pantry. And I'm like, girl, you're not going to grow your yarn club if you're not willing to tell people that you're open. Or, my coaching group. Like, if I don't put myself out there and if I don't, put content out there to help people, how are they going to know that I, one, can help them, or two, that I even have a coaching group? But sometimes we can kind of get in our feelings like I'm scared of there's the fear of rejection, there's the fear of, looking dumb or people taking you wrong, whatever it is. Sometimes it's procrastination is the reason why I'm unmotivated and I need to just go ahead and tackle that thing that I'm dreading to do. And then all of a sudden, like you have all this energy because you got that thing out of the way. It's like dishes. I hate doing dishes. And I will like avoid, I used to, I'm not as bad now, but I'll avoid doing dishes all day long and just about wear myself out doing all the other things. But if I just get in there in the mornings or the night before and I just get my dishes done, I all of a sudden have all this energy. I'm like, huh, I feel so much better now that I did the thing I've been dreading. So sometimes dread can just really just rob us of our energy and the joy we would normally get out of the things that we do. Okay, last thing. I didn't mean for this to be so long, but I'm on a roll here. What does my to-do list look like? Sometimes I'm very unmotivated because I put so much on my to-do list that I literally can't get all of it done. And there's things in our to-do list that don't even really need to be done. So I'm overwhelming myself. And this is the thing, we can get overwhelmed, but we're the only person that can control our overwhelm. So that's another thing that I do is like I'm like looking at my to-do list and being like, okay, girl, would you put all of this on a friend? Would you ask your friend to get all of this done in one day or 1 week or 1 month? So sometimes I just have to check in with myself, give myself a little pep talk. Um, but then there's sometimes that we really do just need to rest and we can come back better the next day. So that is my momentum moments. That's what's going on over here at ALC. And I hope that y'all enjoyed the podcast. Thank you for listening. And don't forget, you can grab my free pattern for the country bumpkin mug hug. It's super cute. And hey, Christmas is going to be here before we know it. These would make really good Christmas gifts. So I will have that linked below. And I will see y'all soon. And until next time, happy yarning. Bye.